What is going on, guys? It's your boy JMAC. I got the brand new episode of the council. So we've just talked to Georgie, Peru, Bonaparte, and now Emily. So we still have a few to go. Might be worth searching. What's his face's room?
Duke Manuel Godoy.
We haven't gone there yet. We still can't go in there. Is he like late? This is Piaggi, right?
Huh, that's me.
Oh, no, that's mine. Piaggi is here. Right?
Monseigneur, his
No,
Eminence
we can't go into his room.
Piaggi.
Okay. Where in the world is Wilhelm? His room's somewhere. I've seen it. This is, I think this is it.
President George Washington.
No, there's George. Where is... That's Elizabeth's room. Dude, does this guy not have a room? This might be the room.
Monsieur Johann van Vulner.
Yes, that's what I was looking for.
Monsieur Johann van Vulner.
We'll talk to this guy. See what we could find.
The signs of obscurantism. Great, honey. The Sorrows of Young Werther. There's a handwritten text signed by von Werner on this first page. Dear Elizabeth, I know that this book is but a small token compared to the delightful moments you gave me, but I hope that this will nonetheless keep the memory alive. Your ever obedient servant. So, Volner had a relationship with Elizabeth, but that's hardly surprising given his fondness for the occult. A table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol.
Zinc must be used to kill somebody? Yes.
Golden elixir.
Shh.
The alchemist is a young man.
You know, initially I thought this guy was German, not Russian. We're the game!
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Ah, you know what? We'll try zinc. I get this right on the first, I'm a freaking genius. Bro, let's go! Interesting, alright. What else can we... Oh, in there too. Dang, bro, this dude's got coins on coins on coins on coins.
Amber crystals.
Watch.
The alchemist is an old man.
God loves his chemicals. We'll say that. Anything else before I go talk to him? Over here, other than himself? Alright, let's talk to the man.
What can I do for you, de Richet?
Monsieur, Lord Mortimer has appointed me to investigate the tragedy that befell us last night.
Oh, yes. It's horrible. Yes. How
Not
can
right
I
now.
help, monsieur?
Sure, throw it in the fridge. Let's ask him where he
were you
was.
last night?
In my room. I read a few ancient manuscripts before going to bed. But I didn't stay up long. I was tired.
Thank you kindly. Excuse me for asking, but did you know Miss Adams?
Oh, she... not really, to tell the truth. No.
I found the Werther dedication,
Oh, that's
signed by
mom.
your hand, Monsieur. Would you like to change your version now?
Be careful, de Richet.
That or you're picking it
Don't
up when you
push
go
your
home.
luck. My relationship with Miss Adams was
Then
pure.
go get it.
And has nothing to do with you.
At all.
Continue playing the detective as you see fit. But if I find the bastard who did that to Elizabeth, I will...
Yes! I would have preferred a simple response, but I see I have my answer now.
Huh. Don't know much about this guy. Do I have any? I have nothing on this man right now. Nice, because I can...
Exactly how long had you been seeing her?
I have no reason to answer you.
I see. Is that what you want me to tell Lord Mortimer when he asks what I found out?
It's only been a few weeks.
Shh.
You loved her, didn't you?
That is none of your damn business.
Your feelings betray you, sir.
So what? Yes, I loved her like a moth loves
Yeah.
the flame of a candle. That's why we could never be together.
I get the impression that your
I still
romance
can't-
was over.
They don't have
Am I right?
vulnerability.
So, what does it matter to you? I would never have attacked her, if that's what you're insinuating.
Who put an end to the relationship? You or her?
It was her. It was her. But what does that matter? We both agreed.
Please, tell me a little more about the nature of your relationship.
That is a personal matter, monsieur.
Yes, that is true. So, tell me.
All right. It was passion. That's why we couldn't stay together. It scared her.
We finished. I'll have a look around and then take my leave.
Do whatever you have to do.
Well, shockingly didn't find out any vulnerabilities or immunities. Doesn't look like it was any of those, because he was able to tell straight up, so... I mean, I didn't think I missed anything. So... Oh. I missed that. Up another one of these. See, there's all these books, but it's like... Will I even have time to do all the quests? Okay, so I just want to make sure I got it. Room I can't get in. I think I've spoken to everybody. I just want to make sure. I don't have any of those yet. So, because I talked to Emily, I've talked to Von Berlin, she just died. That's why I talked to This guy's on the 3rd floor and I don't know how to get there. Talk to Bonaparte. Biaggi. That's myself. Emily, talk to George. There's something else to this, I guarantee you. And well, let's go down.
Monsieur Jacques Perru?
You talk to him, okay. I guess we do gotta go upstairs at this point. Go back in my room real quick.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
I haven't looked at this guy. It's shocking. He ain't here, which doesn't make any sense.
Huh, that's me.
Oh, my room. Oh, I can't. Won't let me go to my room. Okay, interesting. Alright. Ooh, did I miss this? That's the PO.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Biaggi.
Why we can't go into his room? Do I want to go back into her room?
President George Washington.
Alright, let's just try and find a way up here. Point. Go all the way back around. Yeah, let's take a peek. Take a quick peek back in the room. Let's see, so it's 4 a.m. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything here worth. I want to see maybe something changed, but. Let's head back upstairs, talk to the man, the myth, the legend, Lord Mortimer. And on the stairs. I think we're right here. I need to find though where's Holm at? I haven't even talked to him yet. Because he was on the 3rd floor. I'm pretty sure. The 2nd floor is the guest. Holm doesn't have a room. I thought he was on the 3rd floor. I haven't talked to him yet. I think he's a prime suspect as well. Ah, okay. I was worried for a second it would just have me fall off. He within a cold water. Right, yeah. Take another quick look around here. Right, worth it. Did see this earlier?
Which 4-letter word could open this chest?
That I don't know yet. Oh. Do I see anything like up hanging anywhere? Zeus? Zeus maybe? Why Zeus? See if that's possible.
This chest.
Oh my, look at that! That's 2 now that I'm just hardcore dominating. Handwritten notes by Lord Mortimer. I want to take one quick look. I still don't. Oh, he's got a talking bird. Talk to this man? No.
The nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781.
Yeah. Our guy here. What's up? Take the jelly right off his desk.
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
I'm listening, Louis.
I'm sorry, my lord, but I don't have any evidence conclusive enough to allow me to name the culprit with certitude.
Really? I see. Well, that's your decision, Louis, and I accept it. Given the distinguished guests and the sensitive political issues involved at the conference, I trust you'll leave me to conclude the case in my own way. Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
She seems to be making every effort to steer clear of your guests.
What do you mean?
For the past weeks, my mother's been playing cat and mouse, if you will. I don't know why, but it wouldn't surprise me to learn that she's trying to avoid someone. The question is, who?
And in your opinion, would she be the cat or the mouse?
I'd like to answer the cat, but unfortunately I'm increasingly worried that she's, in fact, the mouse.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities and yours in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the canon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him because I have a firm conviction that he can go far.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me. Did my mother intend to finance a war? I'm not sure that I follow.
No, your mother's aim was not so much to partake in a war, but rather to make Monsieur Bonaparte accountable. France is in turmoil, and having support of a military man can often come in handy, Louis. You'll see. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on the island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play, and I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed, if by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
Ah, thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what is said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here. Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
I want to quickly go to journal. Oh, wrong one. I wanted to see maybe... Was there anything... So this is when the book is shut. Collector coins. We have key. Farmer's invitation. Can I read?
If
idea.
only my mother trusted me, but she remained very mysterious. I'd have been delighted to answer your question.
Is this usual for her?
As head of the Order, secrets are her bread and butter, as you can imagine. That said, it's the first time she hasn't let me in on the reason for her trip. And it intrigues me, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm sure that Sarah will explain everything once she reappears. There's something I still don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
Maybe
I
she
could see that.
found something out.
What do you mean?
My mother has a gift for investigating. If she had picked up a lead, nothing would have stopped her.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
You seem to know my mother very well, my lord. What did you talk about together?
Oh, as soon as we had a little free time, we liked to share points of view about practically any subject. We would find ourselves embarked on interminable discussions that could go from Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year, or even Mr. Eli Whitney's invention in the United States.
My mother must have undoubtedly taken great pleasure in these exchanges. She always was one to appreciate broadening her knowledge. I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Are you joking? Sarah and I spent entire days together. It so happens that the Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Of course.
Unfortunately, my lord, the Crusades are not my chosen field.
Well, it doesn't
Of course,
matter.
I don't know
You have
enough.
plenty of time to learn. Your mother is a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know, but I'm still very worried.
I must admit, there are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
What do you mean?
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once. Her behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her with a pistol. Then, before Gregory could intervene, she ran off and disappeared again.
Interesting.
I beg your pardon? Hang on. That means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that? Excuse me, but between that and the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly. You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation, until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a room upstairs.
Would you allow me to go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like to have been more helpful.
I shall stay on her trail and follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
Thank you.
Well, stinks I didn't find anything out about
The
him.
room was just opposite Mortimer's study.
Okay, portrait. Haven't been to the garden yet. Second floor. Von Waller's, Adams, Washington. Pillsbury. Bonaparte, peruse. Oh, I guess why? Oh, no. Oh, Tertiary still my room. Apparently, we can't get into, Why would we not be able to get into what's-his-face? Shockingly enough. This is a new door. Oh no, that might be... Don't remember being able to get in here.
There are burnt papers in the chimney. There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting. She says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be? Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Interesting.
Dante's Paradise. Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
X says, must find a safe way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio. Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
Can't really do too much with that because I don't have the fancy. Much else in here? Look, I can't really none of these. I go outside from door there, but we're about. Go in here and see what's going on.
The door appears to be locked on the other side. I think I heard something fall to the ground. A metallic sound, like a key falling to the floor.
Do I pick it? That'll be loud. How do you open?
I'm gonna need something to help me get the key that fell on the floor. The door was closed from the inside. Would Mother have provided something within reach to recover it?
Let's see. I had a chance at that just by looking at everything. Dante.
There are burnt papers in the chimney.
They've literally
There's
got to
a little
relook.
fragment left. Hey, I recognize my
Why do I
mother's
have to
handwriting.
watch this again? I already picked up the
She
paper though.
says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be? Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Alright, let's see here. So it doesn't look like we may be able to just have to pick the lock. What's this here?
A ruble. Open sesame. It's open.
Good job, there we go. I mean, I would have wanted to get first.
St. Paul painted by Guido Rini. St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. I don't know, what does that mean? So we have the figure 11 twice underlined. and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A text on Paul must be somewhere, and
has
it
to
must
do
be
with the-
associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe?
All 11?
So we have the figure 11 twice underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims
So it's
who it
literally the same
looks
exact
like
thing.
Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must
A
be
sword.
associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe? Painting of Saint Mark from the collection of the Apostles by Guido Reni.
I think I'm looking for.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. Looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
I don't know what I just picked up, but alright.
It's Saint John, painted by Guido Reni.
Maybe because I don't have that.
The New Testament.
Next to the Apostles, the back. So we have St. Mark. The Paul. The Paul 1, 2. Corinthians.
How shall not the ministration of the Spirit...
Let's
not-
just gonna guess the 2 1s have to do with the 2 on the Corinthians. Just gonna have to go through every single one, basically. But you know what, before we do that, I'm gonna end this one here. Hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Slowly, but surely trying to find out this mission. Hey, and we have not gotten through Step 5 yet in Episode 2, which is huge. Hope you guys did enjoy. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys